Shady said this is the best Eagles team of all time. They haven't won a Super Bowl yet. We know that. But heading into the last 3 games of the season, LeSean McCoy spells out why he believes the Eagles are the best Eagles team of all time. So, and for him to say that, and he said, he's like, D-Jack, I'm sorry. You know, one of my best friends. Kelsey, I'm sorry, one of my best friends. And you know what? He's right. Name me a better Eagles team. Hey, I get it. They didn't win a Super Bowl yet, so ultimately that's what you're going to be judged on. But it's kind of like the Phillies team. The best Phillies team from that run didn't win the World Series. It's tough to win. Like Tom Brady and the Patriots, they went undefeated in the regular season. The Giants, through miraculous catch and just like almost needed to play a perfect game, kind of like the Eagles needed to play a perfect game on offense to beat the Patriots. So like a lot of times you'll have the best team that doesn't win the Super Bowl, but Shady said it. Best wide receiver tandem in history. Yeah, they're better than D-Jack and Jeremy Maclin. Jeremy Maclin and Shaw Jackson are very good. Close second. DeVonta and AJ for sure. Running back. Shady even admits to this. Saquon has more yards than I did. Yeah. Sean McCoy's a hell of a running back. So Saquon has a long way to go when you want to put him in the same conversation as Shady as far as an Eagles running back. This year, it's easy to say that. Jalen Hurts. You know, like, say what you want about him. James Jones that was on that panel and said a lot about him. So is Acho. But Jalen Hurts, would I take him over Nick Foles or Carson Wentz? Nick Foles won a Super Bowl, so no one's going to say yeah, but still. And then he talked about the offensive line, but he didn't talk about the defense. And that's the biggest thing. You tell me a better Eagles defense. I'll wait. Black Gritty's going to join us later on in the show. We've talked about this before. I'll wait. And this is what separates them. Because the offense is like, all right, well, you know, I'm not sure about Jalen Hurts if you're still going to play that game of, like, I don't know if he can pass it. And listen, he's limited in what he can do in the passing game in some weeks. This defense is better than 2022 by far, by the way. I know 2022 had the all-time sack record, but linebackers weren't great. The back end of the secondary was old and got exposed by the end of the season. 2017, I love that team. They had a great rotation at the defensive line. And their linebackers were also good too. Nigel Bradham was playing at a Pro Bowl level. Their secondary, Ron Darby, Jalen Mills, Malcolm was obviously awesome. But they were reliant on getting to the quarterback. And this team doesn't have an elite pass rush necessarily. They're good at getting to the quarterback. They don't have an elite pass rush. Secondary, linebackers, defensive line, not even close to 2017 or 2022. That this defense is so much better. You can make the argument this is the best defense since. I mean, I was thinking about some of the teams with Ike, some of Ike's teams, where you had like my favorite of those teams was 2002. Good, you still had Trot, you still had Bobby Taylor, you still had Troy Vincent. B-Dog obviously is very much in his prime. You had Hugh in his prime. You had that was a really, really good defense. That was a really, really good secondary. I think this defense is better. Just top to bottom, it's close. You have to go back into the 90s, probably the 91 defense, to find a better Eagles defense. They're number one against in total yards. They're number one in total points. Number one. You know, like we're not inflating it because it's our team. I think if you look around the NFL right now and you listen to objective, not takesmen like Nick Wright or whatever, now Skip is on the Eagles or winning the Super Bowl or whatever, not the takesmen, the actual analysts and just people with honest opinions that aren't doing takes. And this is the best Eagles team I've ever seen. And it's not even close. The Donovan teams, those teams, they were good. The TO team, 2014 legitimately was an awesome team. That's the only team that I would put up against this Eagles team.